Welcome to this video where we will demonstrate TerraMetrics, an automated tool designed to measure the quality metrics of infrastructure as code within Terraform files. Let's start with the Terraform tool overview. Terraform is an infrastructure as code tool that manages software system infrastructure through source code files. Recently, Terraform has gained more interest from IaC practitioners due to its advantages like creating immutable infrastructure. Terraform is based on graphs to design the infrastructure and its components. These graphs are defined by a configuration language called HCL. HCL is a declarative language to boost the codification of complex infrastructure. HCL is based on blocks that encapsulate the configuration of the infrastructure and its components. As an example, this code snippet attempts to create storage services in AWS using the HCL language. The blocks have a type that can be a resource, module, variable, output, or local variable. Each block has a list of labels that serve as identifiers. It also contains attributes that have the format of key-value dictionaries and nested blocks. The attributes values can an expression such as variables, references, literals, loops, conditions, function calls, or tuples. As the business grows over time due to user requirements aiming to add new functionalities, this growth can also affect the HCL code used by adding new cloud component configurations and resource creation. This can result in large HCL files, which can be difficult and time-consuming to maintain. Also, vulnerabilities, defects, and code smells can appear on that code, resulting in unreliable infrastructure that hosts user products. Although there is a toolkit that can help developers mitigate the HCL source code issues, such as checkoff and TFSec, these tools are more inclined to vulnerability detection. They cannot inform developers about the quality and maintainability of their HCL source code. Terraform practitioners still need a code quality assurance tool that provides metrics and properties to help them maintain and improve the quality of their source code. To support HCL quality assurance support, we provide TerraMetrics. Let us see this. TerraMetrics is an automated tool that collects properties and metrics from HCL source code. This tool extracts 40 metrics that can characterize an HCL code at the block level. TerraMetrics takes as an input the HCL source code within Terraform files with .tf extension. First, it starts by parsing the source code into an abstract syntax tree. Then, it iterates over the tree to visit its nodes and extract information that later helps measure the metrics. After that, it measures the HCL-related metrics from the extracted node types and saves them into a JSON file. Our tool can measure 40 metrics at the block level based on information extracted from attributes such as the number of loops, conditions, and nested blocks. The 40 metrics can be extended to 95 when considering their aggregation scope, such as the total, maximum, and average. These metrics reflect the quality of the HCL code. For example, too many nested blocks means maintaining a block is difficult. A high number of debugging functions indicates that the block can have defects. Let us now see the TerraMetrics usage. To download the TerraMetrics jar file, in our GitHub repo, specifically in the resources folder, we offer the TerraMetrics. Before the execution, the machine user should have a Java 11 system. To initiate the execution process, the user can execute the jar file with the initial command line by including the -h parameter to know the parameters associated with the jar file. TerraMetrics can take a Terraform file as input. So, the user specifies in the command line the TF path, and -b as an indicator for file analysis, and specifies the output file. After the execution, the tool generates a JSON file that contains the measured metrics for each block of the given file. The output file contains the measured metrics in a structured format based on JSON objects. TerraMetrics can also use to analyze the Terraform files within a local folder. User can specify in the command line an indication for local execution by -l. Also, he should provide the folder path and the project name. After the execution, an output file will be generated. TerraMetrics is also adapted for GitHub projects that contain Terraform files. To analyze a GitHub repo, the user specifies an indication for GitHub analysis by putting -g and the full name of the GitHub repo. As a result, the tool will clone the GitHub repo and measure the metrics for each contained file. TerraMetrics is available on GitHub as an open-source project. We encourage IaC community developers and researchers to test, extend, and provide us with hints.